Hey guys, Jhub here, and today I'm bringing you some more Ghost gameplay, and this is not really what I wanted to go over. There was some other stuff I wanted to talk about in this video that a lot of people are putting out wish lists for Advanced Warfare, and I've basically been thinking of something that I would like to see in that game that probably nobody has thought of yet, and it has to do with private matches, I guess you could say. It has nothing to do with competitive, or what I want to see gun-wise, or cloaking, or anything like that. In a private match, I would love for them to actually go and make a 10 by 10 by 10 room, just a big enough room that you could put stuff in, but it's just going to be for players, and it would be like a green room. Now I noticed back in Black Ops 2 Studio has a green screen, I guess you could say, at the back of the map, and I just noticed when Drifter needed me the other day that this would be perfect for, I guess you could say, graphic artists for YouTube when it comes to making thumbnails for people's videos for Advanced Warfare. Maybe it could help them out with thumbnails, make them a little bit more creative, things like that, if they put in this green room. And then when I started talking about that, all of the idea of having a forge like with Halo came into play, and I was like, maybe be able to place barrels here and there. I don't know how you do it, and I know it's never going to happen, but it would be cool if there was just a green room that you would be able to like set up a person, maybe even do some machinimas, that way you could have like background maps and things like that. It'd just be overall pretty cool if they did something like that, and it's just random. I don't know how hard it would be to actually put that in or how much it would cost. It'd probably be stupid to put it in if it cost too much. But when it would be like, if you needed a player holding a gun or looking this way or shooting a weapon, you would have it on the back and you would actually be able to see how the player reacts when it is doing motions, the animations. And it would also be pretty cool if they released like some of like a picture of the gun models. I know when it comes to the game they have like the guns in certain areas. When you go to create a class, you're able to actually look at the gun. Maybe release a gun pack type thing. I know some of this is out there and it really wouldn't fit as many people as a lot of the other stuff would go. I know that 70% of the people who buy Call of Duty play campaign. 30% of it play multiplayer. And out of that 30%, there's like a half of a percent of those people are in competitive and stuff and are pros. Maybe even not even pros, just into competitive scene. And then out of all that, YouTubers, I would like to say out of the 30% who play multiplayer, probably 5 to 10 people, not 5% of them do YouTube or something like that, who want to promote the game, who want to be creative and things like that. Because I remember back with machinimas, that would be up on Machinima or other people's channels, and people were being very creative and making stories up in the game. And I was just thinking of like something that would make it easier, something that would change it up, make it a little bit easier for people to make these new type machinimas. So that was just a random thought. Now, if I were to actually say things that I would like to see in the multiplayer, I definitely want to see gun game return, Black Ops 1/Black Ops 2 style. I know it's Treyarch's thing, and I don't know if they have a specific only license to do this in their game. Kind of like Zombies is basically only the Treyarch. I would love to actually see gun game make a return, and maybe even wager match style. I wonder if they could ask Treyarch if they could bring back the COD point system, things like that, because it did make Black Ops 1 very interesting. You had to grind out to get a certain amount of COD points to buy your guns, to actually bet them against other players in wager matches. It made the game that much more intense when you had like 10,000 COD points on the line and you were going for the win. And if you lost, you'd feel bad. But if you won, you'd feel awesome and know that you won 30,000, I think it was, for the #1 spot, COD points, for beating everybody in that room. It was just something different, and I'm surprised that Treyarch didn't bring it back for Black Ops 2. Had they brought back wager matches, it might have given a little bit more breath into the games. Instead, they turned it into party games. They pulled a Modern Warfare 3 on us and got rid of the whole COD point system. Hell, I mean, I wouldn't even care if they, when leveling up, you earned a certain amount of points, that if you took it to an area, you could. I mean, it would remove the whole system of you had to buy your perks with COD points and stuff like that. It would potentially, it would work the same as leveling up, and maybe there were specific like emblems or player cards you could get with these COD points, but nothing that would change the main multiplayer scene. But if you went and took those points, shoved it into the party games from Black Ops 2, and made it where it was like wager, I think it would be quite fun. And then maybe even put them in a private match, to where you could wager the COD points you have versus someone else's COD points. that'd be something. It would change it up. I know there's something going on like wager with real money and seeing who are better than out in a little bit in the competitive scene. But this would maybe make it a little bit more interesting between friends on Call of Duty. And some people might boost. You'd have to put in stuff to stop that, but it'd be pretty cool. I just hope that if they did that, it'd be balanced. And definitely something else I wanted to see is tactical insertion staying out. Ghost did that right. Number one, hit it on the head. Removing tactical insertions, so many problems with those things, especially when it did come to quickscopers. They would just use tacs. They didn't care about winning. They just put it near high traffic areas and just spam. They didn't care if they died 5 or 10 times and the enemy got all these different score streaks or kill streaks because of them. So hopefully tactical insertions will stay out if they come back. I will be sad, because that's one of the best improvements Call of Duty has made since they actually brought the tactical insertion in. I think, what, Modern Warfare 2 was when they started that? So, these are just my thoughts of what I've been thinking about as of late for what I'd like to see in Advanced Warfare. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Other than that, peace out.